I really felt like uploading a YouTube video today for some reason. I don't know what compelled me, but if you're watching this, I'm going to be talking about Combat Achievement Locked, RuneScape, and YouTube as a whole, kind of working within this area. If none of those things are interesting to you, I am a big proponent of saving viewers time. So if none of that stuff interests you, hey, thanks for at least giving the thumbnail a click, right? If you've watched this channel, then you probably know what Combat Achievement Locked is, which is an Ironman of my making, of course, with a very specific rule set, and it's a snowflake series and blah 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 on the channel, and it's super cool and it's super precious to me, and I haven't uploaded it in like a year at this point or something crazy like that. I put a lot of work into the account. I put a lot of work into the editing, and then I just randomly stopped doing it. So in order just to like respect your time, like I said, I'm a big proponent of just not wasting viewers' times. There are two reasons why I stopped making Combat Achievement Locked. One was Burnout, and two was like imposter syndrome, basically, right? So those are the two big reasons. And you know, if that's mystery solved for you, then hey, that's it. I'm gonna go into explaining like why and what's going on and blah blah blah. And I know that stuff isn't really generally all that interesting, but you know, I kind of wanted to ramble a little bit today. I don't know why. I just wanted to get in front of the microphone and just upload something to my channel. It's really strange because normally I wouldn't be okay with putting any single video on my channel unless it has like 100 hours of editing and like at least 50 to 100 hours of gameplay and like this and that and this and that. And I think that's one of the main reasons like why I stopped uploading, because like duh, that is not sustainable. Especially when you're telling yourself that you're doing this for fun, and then you upload and you get like 5,000 views on something that you poured your heart and soul into, but then there are so many people in the comments being the absolute like best community that you've ever seen. So it just like pulls you in all sorts of different directions where it's just like, this is not financially a smart thing to do. You should not be spending this much time on a hobby that's not making you money. But at the same time, there are some of the most like kind and supportive and just awesome people in the background telling you that they absolutely love your work. So, I mean, fuck, man. What the fuck? It's tough. It's really, really tough. But the needle or the thing that broke the camel's back or whatever it is, was pretty much just doing the gauntlet again with the corrupted gauntlet again with like super shit stats. So spoiler, you know, I got to the corrupted gauntlet, and I was able to do the corrupted gauntlet with some of the lowest stats I've ever seen in there. I think my first run, I had like 40 defense or like 45 defense or something like that, and like 40 attack and like 70 ranged, and I was able to do the corrupted gauntlet. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. I had to play pretty much perfectly, and it was really, really tough. And so playing perfectly every single time with these super low stats in the corrupted gauntlet, normally the corrupted gauntlet really isn't too big a deal to me. Also, I'm sorry if I'm speaking a different language to you right now. I should just preface that you do need some level of like RuneScape knowledge in order to follow along here. Also, I'm just going off script, okay? So every single thing that you've seen on this channel has been like scripted down to a T. You know, not the crazy moments where I've gotten drops or stuff like that, but like normally every single line that I write out is on a script. So if I sound like I'm jumping all over the place, it's because I'm freeballing this shit right now. It's terrifying. It quite frankly, it's terrifying. It is what it is. But anyway, yeah. So as I was saying about the corrupted gauntlet, doing the corrupted gauntlet with heavily like nerf stats, like way lower than they should be, it really takes a toll on my brain. Like it's a lot of brain power, and I was streaming it as well, so I'm trying to be funny to the chat. I'm trying to also play perfectly. I'm trying. It's just a lot to juggle. It's a lot to juggle. It is. And at the end of the day, you know, some days you do really well, and then other days you don't, and the days that you don't just kind of feel like they slowly chip away at not like who you are, or not even like your image, but it's just like, hey, you know, did I lose something? Am I fucking washed at this point? Like, who knows? And that brings me around to YouTube as well, where every single time you upload anything, you're just thinking to yourself, am I washed? Anytime you create anything, you're just thinking to yourself, am I washed? This whole like creating a RuneScape series thing, to me, or watching like singers and songwriters or directors and movie makers and actors like create these really cool things, and I'm not saying that fucking Combat Achievement Locked is one of those really cool things, but like to me it was, right? So Combat Achievement Locked was one of the most creative projects that I've ever made from an editing perspective, and in doing so, I've gotten this weird mentality where I just feel like everybody has sort of like this jar. Okay, that's weird. Like everybody has like this bucket, okay? Everybody has this bucket, and this bucket slowly builds up with water. Water like drips into it from like a leaky pipe from who knows where. And those water droplets are your creativity. And sometimes you know, your bucket is completely full with creativity, and you can pour it and like grow something crazy. You can make something insane with all the water that you have in this bucket. And I feel like sometimes, but the catch is that in order for that bucket to fill back up, that creativity has to drip back in, right? And it slowly fills up over time, slowly. Now, some people fill the bucket faster than others, some are slower than others, but overall, I feel like you have like a limited amount of creativity in you. You have a limited amount of creative ideas at your disposal. So when I started Combat Achievement Locked, I hadn't made anything creative in a long time. And I had never made anything creative in sort of like that field. So my bucket was like full. I had a million ideas. I was like, oh, I gotta do this, and I gotta do that, and I gotta do this, and this is great. And then I started to like cultivate, you know, an editing style and cultivate jokes and whatnot, but I found them harder and harder to recreate, because every single time I wanted to do something for an episode, I thought to myself, man, every episode needs to have a music video. Every episode needs to have the funniest jokes. Every episode needs to have like these wacky little skits in them all the time. Every single thing needs to be curated to be absolutely perfect. And that's where that sort of like, holy shit, I can't do this anymore type of feeling starts to take over. And then you quit for a year and then upload you just rambling into a microphone about why you quit a year ago and how you couldn't take it. So yeah, you know, big circle, here we are. I don't know if that creativity, you know, analogy that I said is true, but that's how I feel. I feel like I have a certain amount of creativity and I expend it, and that takes a long time for it to drip and fill that bucket back up until I can do it again. Or, you know, and I feel like towards the end of the series, I was like really like, okay, the bucket is like 10% full, just like use what's in there, and then, you know, fill up like, you know, 1% per day or something like that. And I'm just like, oh my god, just use any water that's inside, because we got to keep this going. And I couldn't keep it going, you know. It was not sustainable. It's not. Yeah, YouTube is this weird thing with RuneScape. How do I want to say this next section? YouTube RuneScape is not like play the game and have fun playing the game and then upload you playing the game and people like you and they like RuneScape. It's not that simple. I really wish it was, and that's how I got into RuneScape YouTube. I thought it was going to be that simple, but there is this whole YouTube side of anything that you decide to upload, where you need to think about the marketing, you need to think about how important the concept is, you need to think about the quality of what you're uploading, you need to think about X, Y, and Z, viewer retention, all these stats, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can't just upload anything. So, like, the thing that I'm doing right now, like, just sitting here recording into a microphone, and then I don't know what the background footage will be. It won't be interesting, I'll tell you that. I don't know what the background footage here will be, but, you know, this is quote unquote bad for the channel, you know. So even if you upload a video and it like completely flops, that's not just like oh, okay, no problem. It's actively bad for the channel. So you know, me recording this, I'm really doing this because I have such an awesome community, and well, I don't even know if anyone is out there anymore, right? It's like a year, but I just felt like I needed to make this. But this is a bad video. I'm doing a bad thing right now by talking into this microphone and doing this, which seems insane to me, where it's just like, oh, do you want to talk to the people who engage with your content? Maybe you just want to, you know, upload something where you're rambling and talking about your thoughts and being honest. Well, don't fucking do that. Don't do that, because that might ruin everything on your channel. You know, that'll make your people will see your thumbnail and say, I'm not interested in that, and like pass over it, and that'll affect a rating, where that rating will tell the algorithm how often to push your videos, because, you know, people don't really like your videos, so we're not going to push them as often. It's just crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. It's a lot to think about, and it's annoying. It's annoying, because with that mentality, I am thinking to myself all the time, okay, well, if I'm gonna upload anything to this channel, it needs to have like 100 hours of editing, 100 hours of gameplay. Like, this channel needs to be perfect. I need to be perfect. And we all know what happens to people who maintain the idea that they need to constantly be perfect. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That, combined with the fact that I lose interest and gain interest in things randomly all the time, random surges of motivation and demotivation. I might have some sort of like condition that makes it hard for me to focus on one thing. You know, well, all the time. But that's probably like a really rare condition that most people don't have. But I probably have it. I probably, you know, it's probably undiagnosed. Probably a few undiagnosed things. Okay, so I've rambled a lot here. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening. That's really cool of you. I'll show you something cool in return that I think is cool, because this was supposed to go in the next episode. And okay, I'll wrap this up. I'll show you what I was supposed to make, because I did work on the next episode of Combat Achievement Locked a lot. I put a lot of work into it, and at this point, I'm sort of like cutting it off here. Okay. So I'm pretty sure, I hate to say never, but I don't think I will work on Combat Achievement Locked anymore. I think that is it for me. Now, have I been working on something else and planning out how to do it in a much better way than Combat Achievement Locked, and making it way more editable, with a much cooler concept? Maybe. I mean, maybe there's a series coming. I also hate the fact that I'm not finishing Cal, but I'm gonna level with you and be real quick. I got to the point in Combat Achievement Locked or Cal where the levels did not matter anymore. Okay, so there was no brainstorming, talking about challenges or anything that anymore. You know, the whole premise of the account was, in order for me to put levels into my combat skills, I had to do combat achievements, which works really cool up until about CG. And also, while I was doing this, they added a fuckload of mid-game content, which heavily inflated the amount of combat achievements in the game. So, you know, you might just say to yourself, oh, well, why don't you just like exclude those? And the deal is like, yeah, I can. But, you know, when it comes to this fucking YouTube stuff, a lot of the time it's just like, oh, well, don't like exclude stuff and like don't make exceptions, and just make it as easy as you can for yourself, while also like maintaining the facade for the viewers, and do this and do that, market it this way and do that. It's a lot. It's just like a lot. And there's no right answer. There's usually a good answer, but like, I've always been somebody who's just like, oh, I want to like do YouTube with like as much integrity for myself and for the viewers as possible, and apparently that's just like not ever the correct way to do it. Like it's not. Sorry. So anyway, I'll show you the thing that I was supposed to have for the next episode. It's just 2 montages. I'm sure you guys like montages if you watch the stuff on my channel. So these are completely out of context. So one is for getting into Prifdidus, and then the other one is for Zulrah. I don't know, I said them in that order because I'm gonna switch them. So anyway, here's that, enjoy.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Give me a break.
Got an attitude, I'm off the roof, up in the air. This run I make it count, yeah, I'm talking right now. Feel like the comeback kid, got no time to spare. Double up score, 22-2-4. You know I win a lot, gotta win one more. On a hot street, never gets old. Soda with the ace, and my team went gold. Why am I playing with time as it's ticking away? It's ticking away, away. I'm asking why. I'll give it one more try. I don't know why, but I keep coming back every time. I want it more than my life. I don't know why, but it feels so right. Why am I playing with time as it's ticking away? It's ticking away.
So yeah, I did those 2, and then I had like this whole episode with a bunch of skits in it, and I had a bunch of stuff, and then I got like halfway done with it, and I was just like, holy shit, I'm out of juice. I'm out of it. I can't do it anymore. Like I'm just out of juice. I'm out of water, and the water droplets dripping into my bucket. This bitch empty. This like yeet. Well, yeet to the 10th power. Okay, so yeah. What was I saying? I was saying something about like YouTube, but like at the end of the day, I got into YouTube not knowing that it was so marketing heavy and like so heavy on the like almost like Mr. Beast, like there's just like a style that you have to follow if you want to work in a certain category. And it's much less like not who you are, but more like, what can I do to make viewers click on my shit no matter what? Like it just turned into like this whole game of, how can I get as many people to fucking click on my shit? How much can I change myself and change the way I think and change the way I present myself to get people to click on me? And I really started resenting that. I did. Especially when I had like genuine conversations with people within the community. I really just felt like I'm fake as fuck, right? So I don't even know how different I sound right now speaking into the microphone, doing this with no script whatsoever, where literally everything on the channel that you've seen is scripts. Like it's all me reading off of a script. Yeah, so it's just like, fuck man, fuck me. A lot of personality, or what's imposter syndrome, where you're just like, am I good enough? Am I washed? So anyway, yeah, that's the really long-winded ramble of me burning out and YouTube not quite being what I thought it was. I don't even remember what the first two reasons were at the beginning, but like rest assured about the combat achievement locked thing. The game mode was solved, right? So as soon as I got to CG, I had enough levels to essentially max my account. So it just turned into like a normal ass Ironman. So like the whole challenge and the problem solving of the series, that was over. I probably should have said that all the way at the beginning of the video, but and you know, I should have said it at the beginning of the video, because that would help viewer retention and that would help, you know, keep things interesting, and there wouldn't be so much rambling and blah blah blah. You know, yeah, I'll make a mistake like that in like a video that I'm trying to push to get the channel to be bigger, and then I'll upload it, and then I'll just spend the entire day like kicking myself. Like that's like one of the leading reasons where I'm just like, holy shit, maybe this is not for me. So yeah, all the heavy editing and everything, it is really fun, but it's not long-term sustainable. Playing the account was fun, but it is essentially solved. So with the burnout rate that I had on it, it's not long-term sustainable. Our planet, no, I'm just kidding. It's not long-term sustainable, you know, blah, 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 blah. I think that there's like a level of like stuff that's happened in real life as well. And hey, I'm gonna get political here. Holy shit. Things in the USA right now are not very fun. Like they're just, it's not cool here. I've had to like really disconnect from seeing anything on like the news, or because just, dude, you go online and everything is so fucking negative, and then I'm just in a negative mood, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, like of course you're in a negative mood. You just fucking scrolled Reddit and saw something about like, you know, a 7-year-old who got hit by a bus or whatever, and now you're just supposed to go, you know, along your day, like you didn't read that, and you know, I got so desensitized to just reading terrible things all the time. It also kind of hit a breaking point where I'm just like, God damn, I'm kind of in a bad mood. I wonder why that is, after like reading how terrible everything is all the time, because that's what gets views and clicks. So I've disconnected from a lot of that shit. And yeah, man, it's just rough. And you know, I know that isn't something that's unique to me. That, you know, it's rough for a lot of people. So yeah, it's just been like a trip. It's been a trip. I don't know how to end this video. I really don't. I still honestly want to keep talking. Maybe I'll do another one of these. But if you've taken anything away from this, just know that I don't know when I will upload again. But I will, because I have been working on something in the background that is kind of like a huge project. It's actually a lot bigger than Cal. It has a lot more that's going into it. It has a lot more moving parts. I always want to keep making stuff. It's just like this stupid thing I like to do, make stuff. So, you know, I've been working on something for like 3 months at this point. It's probably got another like 9 months to go before it's ready. I know that if I ever do another series, I will complete the series and then post it after it's done, because I hate doing this thing with Cal that I've done where it's just like, all right, you know, sit down and fucking grind 100 hours of editing and gameplay this week, which isn't even possible. There's not even that many hours in a week. So, you know, split it amongst two, just spend every waking moment like editing or playing. It's not feasible. So with this new series, or quote unquote new series. We will see. And the reason why I can't say anything about it right now is because I just don't want to promise something and then not follow through with it. So like, it's not guaranteed, but I've put a lot of work into it, so I'd feel really silly for not finishing. But I mean, look at Cal, so you know, there's no guarantee of anything. So yeah. Anyway, hey, if you're somebody who has interacted with my stuff, I super appreciate you. Obviously, blah 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 blah. And also, hey, if you're somebody, I've said this in my Discord, if you are a channel member, unfucking subscribe. I seriously mean that. This is a PSA, because I am not uploading often and I'm just siphoning $5 a month from you. I've tried to reach out to these to you guys who are doing this. You should unsub, because I don't know when or where I will be uploading content next. So stop. Do not waste your money on me. So super appreciate you guys. Blah blah blah. YouTube. Blah blah blah. See you next time.